Yo, 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 yo. Alright. Lock in. Tap in. Alright. Yo, 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 yo. Alright. I've been making a lot of videos lately. More so gaming videos, right? Thank you guys for watching those. Please remember to leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe. But today we're getting to something a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Today, right? We're talking about Jay-Z. I know it says we're looking at the. Hold on. Yeah, I know we're looking at the diddler. But this video is about Jay-Z. Comes from a creator, Loesta, right? 1.57 million subs, right? He does great videos, great pieces about different artists, or whatever's happening in the industry world. But lately, his newest video, the disturbing truth behind Jay-Z and Beyonce. We've been learning a little bit about celebrities last year, 2024. We're in the process of just airing stuff out now, so we'll see what's going on. We'll see what Loesta is talking about, right? So let's get into it. Loesta, what you talking about, Loesta?
Going away for life, people are now questioning who else might be in line to have their private lives exposed, with the terrible things that they've done to others coming to light and potentially ruining their reputation. And at the moment, it's not just one individual under scrutiny, but it's rap's real power couple who are being placed under the microscope, as they are now facing accusations that range from behind the scenes political manipulation to even murder. It's your boy Loesta, and this is the disturbing alleged double life of Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Even murder.
During a recent interview with Piers Morgan, R&B singer and conspiracy theorist Jaguar Wright made several allegations.
Yo, that's one thing about Jaguar Wright, bro. She's always been loud, bro. She's always been loud, and no one calls her on it. No one has tried to sue her. I don't know, man. She speaks from the heart, too. It feels like there's, like, a lot of truth.
Although she had been brought on the show to discuss the diddler and how she had been calling him out for years, she went majorly off script and started talking about Hove and the former Destiny's Child singer turned megastar.
She been talking about Hove.
There's no vindication for me because for 4 years I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters, and the victim-making machine kept going on.
When Piers pointed out that Hove hadn't responded to all the rumors going around about their friendship after Diddy's arrest, Wright claimed that Jay's underhanded tactics and sneaky ways of avoiding direct involvement have allowed him to stay on top in the industry.
That's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond.
Rather than say,
I mean, Jay-Z's been quiet for years, man. Years. I don't know, man. There's a lot of artists that kind of scroll themselves to the background that are pretty quiet. I don't know, bro. But I feel like alignment says a lot more about all that stuff, right? Like, there are people that are pretty quiet, and you don't see them aligned with anybody. And then you see people that are quiet and then align with everybody, like Jay-Z, you know? I don't know.
He was just an accomplice to evil. She said that in reality, Jay was the connective tissue between many of the big names.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's an example of what I'm talking about. This picture right here. See, I know Jay-Z was called the Harvey Weinstein, like the Black Harvey Weinstein. And like I said, Jay-Z is kind of quiet, but like, look at who he's next to, bro. Ye hasn't been next to him for a long time. And now this nigga's next to like Diddy, Harvey Weinstein himself. It's crazy. This is wild. Just chuckling. Just just yucking it up, dude.
Who have been involved in horrific acts.
Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, Sean Carter.
Oh my God.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Yo. That's actually nuts.
This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
She even claimed that there are people ready to come forward with their stories, adding fuel to a conspiracy theory that's recently gained a lot of attention. One involving their alleged connection to the tragic death of another prominent R&B artist.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
And then shortly after, some people did come forward, right? Because he just recently, like tail end of 2024, he got hit with some charges, ain't he? Accusations. Because they're not charges, it's not going criminal, it's civil. And that Tony Busby dude.
They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
Wow.
Keeping people against their will, putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane, unconscious.
Now, if you were looking for that portion of her interview with the British journalist anywhere else on YouTube, you wouldn't find it. Because after she made those comments, Morgan got hit with a cease and desist and was made to censor his allegedly uncensored show.
Well, Jack, you were right, unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and
Yo.
Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment,
Yo, this look-y gives me goosebumps. They got pull. They do have pull. Chat, they have pull.
they were not present to respond or defend themselves. But now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. Like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
After it was pulled from air and Morgan had this tail between his legs, their lawyer Alex Spiro labeled the claim as clearly false. There's rumors and then there's nonsense. And this is one step further, he told TMZ. This is a pointed and formal accusation of something. I felt it needed to be responded to. I think somebody reported it was a cease and desist. It wasn't that. It was quite bluntly an ultimatum, which is to remove that false accusation that's demonstrably false, or a court is gonna order you to. So I think he made the wise choice and acted accordingly. Some people agreed with their legal team that you couldn't just make claims like this without any consequences. But there were some who felt that this made Jay-Z and Beyonce look way more guilty than they would otherwise, and maybe the damage had been done.
Then sue
Where
Jaguar,
there's smoke,
right?
there's fire. It's too late to edit it out. The internet lives forever. And I mean, they're right. Once you put something onto social media, it takes on a new life of its own. And these days,
Bro, that actually reminds me. Straight up. Social media is so, like, I remember, obviously, like, I was born in 1996. I'm 28 years old. Obviously, like, I do clearly remember where Instagram wasn't a thing yet. I do remember YouTube wasn't a thing. Hulu wasn't a thing. Netflix was not a thing. I was still in Blockbusters, bro. I was still in Family Videos, renting VHSs, renting PS3, PS2 games, bro. Xbox games. I remember that. And what's crazy is, like, I remember social media came up and Instagram came up, and, like, none of us really knew how it worked, and we had that weird sepia filter on everything. We just took pictures of random shit, right? Because we thought we were artistic. Like, I remember, I think Instagram was, like, Instagram was its own thing, and then it bought VCSO, Visco Cam was another thing. I think they merged. I feel like that happened. But either way, right? I was scrolling Instagram, like, I think yesterday, and I ended up somehow on, like, Steve G. Lover's page, Stephen Glover, Donald Glover's brother. And bro had, like, the OG, like, Instagram posts from, like, 2011, like, the very old posts, sepia filter and all that. And, like, he took, like, I'm talking like, this is before, because the internet, this was before Camp, maybe, like Donald Glover Camp out, maybe around that time, maybe before that time, right? When he was still doing open mics. I don't even think he had a special guest. Anyways, I'm getting beside myself, right? But, like, Steven had a picture of, like, some old man standing at, like, the counter of the DMV, and it was that sepia tone picture, and Steven captured it, old man swag. Like, we used to be so basic. Like, that was just all we needed, right? But now we doctor these posts, and social media is so big, and TikTok is so like curated, bro. It's so curated now because people want to be seen. But God, I keep escaping my point. My point is this: he just said social media is forever. It really is. Now it really is. Like, people are heavy on tracking what you say and finding who you are. Like, it's crazy. Because, and I bring up Steven's post because it's like, bro was at the DMV, took a picture of some old man without his consent and just posted it. No one would care, right? Like, but it's like, now if we did that, or now if he did that, it's like, you might, that old guy's granddaughter might like find you on TikTok and like sue you, or that old guy, might go viral because of like what he's wearing, right? Like, it's so different now. I remember when people would say whatever they wanted on Twitter, right? Like, that's why it kind of sketches me out when people bring up like other people's old tweets, because it's like, bro, it was the Wild West. Like, Twitter was brand new. We would say like crazy shit because it was just like, it didn't matter. People aren't going to find you. People aren't going to care to look you up. But it's like people you might date, like banks, companies, work, like all these things could so easily find you. And you know why too, bro? And there's a whole other thing. It's also because like a lot of these apps now have asked you, hey, you want to link with your Google? Hey, Facebook wants to link with your Google and your email wants to link with your PayPal. Your PayPal wants to link with your Venmo. Your Venmo wants to link with your LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn wants to link with your Indeed. Your Indeed wants to link with your Instagram. Bro. And so if people just search your name, come on, everything's up. If people want to search your name, everything is up there from everywhere. And we didn't expect it to be like that, right? We thought we were just going to hop on, maybe use our name, maybe use a fake name and say some blah, 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 right? People still use the fake name in the dead account and stuff, but it's like, I don't know, man. Social is taking a crazy turn. Everything stays. I know I went on this huge tangent, but I don't know. I think it's important to think about.
There's a lot of people who are wondering now if Jay-Z and Beyonce weren't just in cahoots with Puff, but were just as bad as the diddler himself. Because even after the threats of legal action from Jay and B's legal team, Jaguar continued to argue that if Diddy was brought to justice, they would be too.
That's always been my focus. They're one and the same. Tell me something. When you have a peanut butter jelly sandwich, if it's just peanut butter, it's just peanut butter. If it's just jelly, it's jelly. When you put it together, it becomes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and the taste is undeniable.
You're saying Diddy and Jay-Z is peanut butter jelly?
Peanut butter and jelly. Let's deal with the sandwich.
As opposed to jumping on the bandwagon, it should be noted that this is definitely the first time that she leveled these claims at Hove and Co. And
you know what's so sad about this, bruh? I grew up on Jay-Z. Not his rise, right? Kind of like the middle of it. I grew up on Jay-Z. I grew up on Jay-Z, Kanye, Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, and Outkast. When my brother went to college, those were the CDs he left for me in his revolving cassette player, or revolving CD deck player that was on the mantle right next to my bed. It boomed loud, it boomed fierce. And when he left for college, I was just starting 6th grade. He left all those CDs for me. He left Sexy Something Love by Justin Timberlake. He left American Gangster by Jay-Z. He left not College Dropout. He left Graduation by Kanye. He left I forgot which Beyonce CD he left. I forgot which one. I think it was the one where she's like laying down and there's all the crystals on her as like the fit. It's like a crystal bathing suit. And bro, I'm telling you, every morning those songs was in rotation. Every morning those songs was in rotation. Oh my gosh. Wake up, Mr. West. Right? Yeah. No wait, that's heard him say. Good morning. Hello, Brooklyn. How you doing? Where you going? Can I come too? And if you can, I'ma be your man. Drive my baby. Drive my baby. Drive my car. Now me can wherever you going, baby girl, just take me. I'm just taking. If you taking, I'm just saying, baby, I'm just saying. Hello, Brooklyn. But baby, you are so damn fine with me. I remember the time, place, and the weather when you supposed to say how to be. Right? Like Hello Brooklyn with Lil Wayne. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Every morning, 6th grade, bro, I was bumping Jay-Z. One of my favorite albums, 444. Two of my favorite albums of all time belong to Jay-Z. And this is sad.
Instead, Jaguar, who sang backing vocals on Jay-Z's Unplugged album, has been claiming that Hov abused her and others for years.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it. Want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit. That Cassie shit, that's nothing.
Are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me, and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. It's gonna be the women that get him in the end.
Of course,
Hey,
there are some people
yo.
who would discredit Jaguar right. Throughout the years, she has shown signs of instability, such as throwing her son's ashes at people during an argument before smearing them on her own skin.
Oh my this. Oh my this. Oh my son. Oh my son. They're all dead.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? I shouldn't be laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. I shouldn't be laughing, bro. I shouldn't be laughing. No, because in the top comment here in the live says, is it drugs? No. Solar from Nature Boy. Think her husband attacked her. Wow, wow, wow. Jag is unhinged. I don't know, bro. See, when you work in one of the top industries and your boss is having blank with underage blank, and your other boss is threatening you with box cutters and abusing women and cutting you, and but this is like your main bread, and then at the same time people adore what you do and you love the work you do, but also like it's gonna make you do something like this if you, and especially you can't talk about it, right? Like it's gonna make you gonna crash out and pour ashes all over your body. You're gonna crash out. You're gonna crash out. You're gonna pour ashes all over your body. And this is the crazy part, right? Like a lot of people, especially here in this live, right? Like a lot of people talk, right? Like a lot of people can be like, wow, Jag is unhinged. Wow, this and this and that. But what's wild is like a lot of people that talk about celebrities and talk about like this mental health battle with celebrities and the struggle, a lot of these people will fold at the first sight of inconvenience, bro. That's the funny part. A lot of people talk, but a lot of people will fold at the first sight of inconvenience. It's insane. It's insane. A lot of people talk, bro.
They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead.
But as hard as that is to accept, she has been proven right in other ways. From Diddy's secret freak-offs,
Yeah.
right down to the ingredients
Because she knows.
of the cocktail that Diddy used to sedate the participants in these events.
Yeah,
It's
and
an
that's not
aggravating
public
drug.
knowledge.
It's a horse tranquilizer. Now, gay men have been using this for years. If you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there were certain drugs that you would always find on hand. Viagra, Special K, and coke.
But as headline grabbing as what she has to say is, Wright is ultimately only one voice in the crowd of people who have suggested that there's something seriously warped going on behind the scenes in Hov's life. Right down to fellow 90s hip-hop artists like Lord Jamar. According to him, Hov's indiscretions were a lot better disguised than Diddy's. But the fact that he started dating Beyonce after meeting her when she was just 17 years old, as well as rumors that he got with Foxy Brown when the rapper was 15.
Honestly, bro, this is crazy. Dude, like clips like this
she was just
Clips like this remind me of my girl, bro. Clips like this remind me of my girl, bro. Especially like when she was like 17.
17 years old.
Like this is my lady, man. Like she reminds me so much of her at this point.
As well as rumors that he got with Foxy Beyonce
Wait, so-
after meeting her when she was just 17 years old. As well as rumors that he got with
Yep.
Foxy Brown when the rapper was 15 and he was 27 should have rang alarm bells.
You know, I will say that Jay-Z, if he was doing ill like that, he was more quiet about it. You know what I mean? But then, if we be real with ourselves, it was kind of abnormal when he got with Beyonce. Like, she was pretty young when he got with her. There's rumors that he was messing with Foxy Brown when she was pretty young, you know. So there's a lot of those rumors around.
But
Rumors,
if you
man.
ask Jamar, this situation is scarily common when it comes
Rumors. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing, bro. I don't know about y'all. Rumors don't just... I'll say it like this. How many of y'all been a part of rumors that just was just like completely unfactual, unaligned, right? Let's say you're at a party and you're with another chick and you guys are hanging out all night. You went to go speak on the balcony because she feeling sad and you realize that you're a nice guy, you talk to her and you help her not to feel sad and you come back into the party. And someone sees that and starts a rumor that you guys were on the balcony making out, right? Even if that is not true, the only reason that that rumor would derive is because you guys went somewhere undisclosed, alone, and you were seen together and you had chemistry. Now, that can be either like completely unfair and nonsensical, that's fair, and this could also be possibly true. But the things these two have in common is the fact that this rumor was able to populate because something did happen, whether it's accurate or not. The only reason this rumor can be populated is because something did happen. That factor of what did happen was just you guys being alone. So with this, it's like, why would there be a rumor about you and Foxy Brown, a 15-year-old as a 20-something-year-old? Why would that be a rumor, right? Whether it's true or not. But the linking factor between those is something. The linking factor between those is something. Whatever that linking factor is, we don't know. They could have been out on the porch alone. A couple people saw them. They could have been here talking. A couple people saw them. They could have, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I avoid saying there's truth to every rumor, but there is a linking point between every rumor, right? And we got to be honest about that. You can't just be, like, niggas can't just honestly, there are some situations where people will just like make a rumor out of hate, right? But niggas, like, come on, bro. Like, niggas gotta be actually weird, and they show patterns and stuff like that too, right? Where you can just be like, oh, that nigga just talking, just throw him out, right? But niggas, people don't just make rumors out of dust, right? You gotta be kind of pretty creative and keep that going and then spread it. And niggas don't typically make rumors out of dust, right? So I don't know. That's just my view on it. There's a link
to these high-powered celebrities, and Jay is just one of many people that he had heard some dark things about.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. When certain people get to a certain level of fame, I don't know why, but you start to hear little about certain people sometimes. If you really think about most of your top celebrities, black celebrities, rappers, I feel like I've heard a rumor damn near about all of them. It could be. Or it could be that motherfuckers gotta join a club in order to get to a certain level. Everybody that goes past a certain point, you'll hear a little, have I heard little shit about Jay-Z? Yup.
The whole Foxy Brown situation is one that's had people concerned for a long time. Even when she appeared on his debut album in 1996, the track was recorded 2 years earlier.
Reasonable Doubt was so fire.
When she was just 15.
This makes me so
as
bad.
her first album emerged when she was 17, it was full of really explicit lyrics and had 5 co-writing credits for, you guessed it, Sean Carter. So at this point, Hove and Foxy's relationship seems to be an open secret. Even Jason Lee hinted towards it on a recent IG Live after Puffy's arrest.
And then Diddy, that whole empire crumbled and got a lot of y'all scared because your favorite rapper was sleeping with a 15-year-old. But listen, here's the deal.
But when it comes to Jay's questionable behavior around young women, it doesn't end with those he tries to court. Sometimes, he's threatening teenagers just to get their signature on a contract. During an appearance on Tyra Banks' show way back in the day, a 17-year-old Rihanna let it slip that Jay had been a little forceful in convincing her to sign to Def Jam back when he was still at the helm of the label.
Like that, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor. So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing. Yeah.
This may have...
She just said that shit. She just said that shit. Everyone's like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
She's like, yeah, he threatened to throw me out of the 30th floor. So I signed. And it was great.
Have seemed like
bruh.
a lighthearted anecdote from Riri at the time, but considering everything we now know about how the top figures in hip-hop operate, it lands a little differently. Particularly when you hear some of the stories about how Jay and Bey have allegedly moved through both the industry and their own secretive lives. The name Kathy Coriana White might not necessarily mean anything to you, but for those who are familiar with the dirt surrounding the Carters, she's one of the most interesting individuals in the whole situation. It was alleged that back in the day, Kathy and Jay-Z were engaged in an affair. Eventually, the press got wind of it and tried to follow up. But then, something horrible happened before the truth could come out. The story comes from former entertainment reporter Liz Crocken, who said that she was on the cusp of blowing the whole thing wide open when tragedy struck. In August of 2011, I was working as a senior editor for Star magazine. My boss asked me to look into online blog reports claiming that a woman named Kathy Coriana White, who friends called Corey, was having an affair with Jay-Z. The blog that reportedly first broke the affair story was published by Hollywood Street King in an article titled Busted: Jay-Z Caught Cheating on Beyonce with Kathy White in August of 2010. I managed to get a hold of Kathy at her job in New York over the phone. I then uncovered photos of Kathy hanging out with Jay-Z and Diddy at Tao nightclub in Las Vegas. So I called her back and asked her about the photo evidence that debunked her initial claim that she had never met or hung out with Jay-Z. At this point, Kathy expressed to me that she would consider going public with her story. Days later, I tried to reach her at her work with no luck. I finally got a hold of one of her colleagues, and I asked her if she knew why Kathy had been MIA. Her colleague shockingly told me she's dead. This story has gained plenty of attention over the years, even becoming the focus of a full video by Trap Lord.
Nah, we need to watch that. We need to watch that. Oh, what? We need to watch that.
Ross, who hinted that there might be more beneath the surface than we initially thought. But her friend and colleague, Claudia Jordan, has pushed back and has since tried to dead the story. Still, it continues to grow arms and legs, with people even theorizing that Ye hinted towards the situation between White and Jay-Z on the infamous track Blood on the Leaves when he said, "He only wanna see that ass in reverse. $2,000 bag with no cash in your purse. Now you sit in courtside, wifey on the other side. Gotta keep them separated. I call that apartheid." Then she says she's pregnant. That's the night your heart died. Now you gotta go to your girl and report that. Main reason, cause your pastor said he can't abort that. Obviously, Ye and Kanye have a complex relationship that could be deserving of its own video one day. But it wouldn't exactly be the first time that he blew the whistle on his former mentor and said more than he should have. Because when they had fallen out in the past, Ye seemed to suggest that there was more reasons to be afraid of Hov.
I've been sent here to give y'all my truth, even at the risk of my own life, even at the risk of my own success, my own career. Jay-Z called me, bro. You still ain't called me. Jay-Z called me. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man.
Much like Jaguar White, Ye is a man who the media has also labeled as crazy from time to time, so this pretty much went under the radar. But some believe he might have been onto something, especially since Kathy White isn't the only person in their circle to have mysteriously and suddenly passed away.
The plane crash that killed a rising star in the world of music and film. Reaction today after Aaliyah and 8 others were killed when their plane went down.
You know, I got into like this little Aaliyah phase where I was just like really sad about her passing. I was just listening to all her music. It's just really just That's just sad.
The tragic death of Aaliyah is one that's grown very shadowy in recent years. For starters, it's recently emerged that the beloved singer wasn't even conscious when she boarded the plane that crashed and claimed her life. They took her out of the van. She didn't even know she was getting boarded on a plane. She went on the plane asleep. And one person who's become increasingly wary of the official story is Dame Dash.
Yeah,
to many people,
they fell out
he's
too.
the original hater when it comes to Hove, incapable of accepting what went wrong with their friendship at Rockefeller Records. But to many people, he's been seen as the man who was right about Hove all along. In case you didn't know, Dame was dating Aaliyah at the time of her untimely death. But that happened long after Hove had been trying to date her since she was 17.
Yo, I didn't know that Dame was dating Aaliyah when she died. That's fucked. Nah, because it's crazy because Aaliyah remind me of my girl too. Nah, because if I was moving through the music industry and nah, my shawty just nah. Somebody gotta burn, bro. That's crazy. I'll burn my whole career for her, for real. That's crazy. I got goosebumps right now, up and down my back. And he was trying to date her since she was 7. Like, this nigga make me mad, bro. Like,
Whereas Dame didn't start dating her until she was 21.
I didn't look at her like that because she was like a tomboy. She was little to me. But then one time, she was, I guess we had the same bookkeeper, and I walked past, and the thing about Aaliyah was like every time I saw her, she looked different. So she had different looks every time, and I was like, who the fuck is that?
According to Dame, this was something that stayed with Jay long after his former friend and label co-owner hooked up with her and was the cause of some friction between them.
Everybody knows that shit. Like we were both. I
heard it, but I didn't.
Yeah, but what they be trying to act like he was like really fucking with. Nah, he was sending flowers and doing all the shit that nigga. He was courting her, so we were both going hard, and we ended up in the same house 4th of July. So we were, for some reason this day.
Wait a minute, you, Jay, and Aaliyah ended up in the same house.
Yeah,
that's funny.
So it was like one day it might lean toward him and then it would lean toward me. But I was just on fire that week. Like I was just everything I was saying was funny. You know what I'm saying? It was like, and I remember coming downstairs, like, you know, it happened. He was like. I said, you know, this is gonna be hard for me because he was throwing, because he, you know, because like.
That's funny, bro. Said I was on fire that week. Let me tell you something. As a previous single man, myself, man, there are some weeks where you just kind of like. I'm heat right now. I can't be touched. I got. So, 10 minutes, I'll be. Skirt. Pop up. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
You know, his friends were laughing at him.
But there was a third man involved in the situation. The individual who had groomed her and married her when she was just 14, R. Kelly. Despite how sick this was, and how much Kelly's behavior was an open secret in the game, Jay went ahead and made 2 collaborative projects with him. Meanwhile, Dame refused to take a dime from them.
I don't want to be a part of that, so I'm not working with you. So I walked away from Weinstein, and then homie did do business with him. When it came down to R. Kelly, there was a conversation had about the moralness, like it's morally wrong to do a project with someone that we know raped my girl or raped anybody for that matter. So I do know that conversation was had, and I was really surprised that he moved forward with that relationship. I don't know Epstein, so I never had the chance to walk away from him. But I do know that when that project did come out, I didn't want any part of that project. I didn't want any of the money to go to Rockefeller or me when it came to Rockefeller. It was around the time that Jay was trying to kind of separate himself from us, and he was saying that he didn't want to be a part anymore.
The idea that Hove must have known was echoed by Nas, who seemed to have suggested something similar.
Damn, bro. Damn, I gotta listen to more Nas, bro. See, it's crazy because Nas been out the way. I don't like him looking at me like this. Anyways, Nas was out the way. You know, he's like Jay-Z. He's out the way, but you don't see him touching shoulders, rubbing shoulders with niggas. Dame Dash is a real nigga too. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even peep game. Dame Dash is real.
similar at the height of his beef with Jay-Z.
You can't tell me Jada see a 14-year-old girl come in the studio and sit on R. Kelly's lap. You can't tell me that he ain't never seen no 14-year-old girl come in the vicinity. You seen it go down. Yeah. I've been around R. Kelly. I've been on a tour with him. I didn't see no 14-year-old, but I talked to the man and I've seen there's a little problem there.
In the years that have passed since Aaliyah's tragic death, Dame has increasingly wondered if someone had something to gain from her passing away. And in recent years, people have felt that Jay and Beyonce are among those who might have had a hand in it, or at least had something to gain from her passing, including Jaguar White.
By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Damn on your horn now, that fucking bullshit ass record. From the Austin Powers shit, was some of the worst shit ever. They were having a hard time taking her solo, and then Aaliyah died.
While Dame has never explicitly said that Hove was the man involved, he has basically said that it's now up to his former friend.
Hold on.
Explicitly.
That's a nice picture of two young brothers, man. That's a nice picture of two young brothers, man. Two young brothers, clear skin, got money. Unfortunately, one is not like the other. But, like, if this was, man, this would be an inspirational pic right here. Two brothers got money. You know what I'm saying? Following their path. But this is I don't like this.
Said that Hove was the man involved. He has basically said that it's now up to his former.
Like, if me and my brother took that picture, like me and my brother took this picture, like, bro, we gotta do we gotta apply for commercials with the same pic, and then we gotta be in the commercial together. Like, me and my brother take this picture. We might both have to make it a no, that's actually getting over. That's getting a little Drake-ish. We're not going to make it our profile picture. This is just a really good picture.
Said that Hove was the man involved. He has basically said that it's now up to his former friend and others to make it clear that there's no foul play.
I know that there are people that benefited from her death, but for me, when I hear these conspiracies, I'm like, how could they be that powerful that they could get a plane or someone to crash a plane? Like, I don't want to say I'm underestimating people, but I don't give people, like, that's like, yo, that's the most illest gangster shit, some Pablo Escobar, you could actually get a plane to crash. And then a lot of rumors about me, like I sacrificed her and some dumb shit like that, you know, all those things. It's hard to, like, I don't want to believe that, but it does make me think it through, you know? So again, in this moment, just because there's so much gray area on a legal...
Yo, those glasses are fire. I'm sorry. Those glasses are fire.
It does make me think it through, you know? So again, in this moment, just because there's so much gray area on a legal level, not what I'm suspecting, but like, you know, this shit is now real. Or if it isn't real, people are gonna have to prove that it's not real.
But he hasn't shied away from making some pretty wild claims about Hove that echo some things that you might have been hearing about Diddy. During a particularly shocking interview, Dame Dash alleged that Jay followed in Diddy's footsteps and spiked his drinks after a show.
There was this one time when my daughter was 16, Jay had a show, and my daughter wanted to go. So I'm like, yo, I'm not going to deprive my daughter. So, you know, I hollered at Jay, sent the kite, and told him I wanted to go to a show with my daughter, and they accommodated me to the fullest. People were really surprised to see me there, took pictures with everybody. And again, Emery's my brother, so I would hate to think that he was fucking around like that, pause. But he kept asking me somebody, that was the first time I had tasted that Douce, and I got ridiculously drunk to the extent, and my daughter and I were talking about this the other day, that I was like, yo, I don't get this drunk. Why am I so drunk? And I ended up wrestling with Kevin Hart. Poor nigga got me in a chicken wing. And I remember Vaughn taping that shit. I'm like, yo, why you taping, Vaughn? So I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, because homie makes drinks too. And again, just if this is true, these are the things that I'm like, just reflecting on. And if I wouldn't have played everything completely by the book, complete honor, then I could have been compromised.
For the most part, we've been focusing on Jay.
That matches up, bro. That's actually crazy. All it takes is like a little compromising looking situation. He drank that drink. He felt that little Tootsie slide come on. He's over there hanging out with Kevin Hart. They just palling around. He's come here, nigga, chicken make your ass pop like, you know, just joking around. This nigga, and he's like, why am I'm feeling too good. I might just take my shirt off. I don't know, you know. And then he looked and he's like, why are you recording? Like. And then it's one of those things where you sit back and you kind of evaluate, hey, yo, what the what's going on here for real? You know? You ever been in that situation? If you've been in that situation, that's a real ass feeling, bro. Where you're just like, hold on, bro. What's going on? You know what I mean? I don't know, brother.
Jay-Z. In a lot of ways, it makes sense that he's the one who's been on the front lines of the industry for almost 30 years, pulling strings and hustling his way to $1 billion. Generally, you don't get that rich without getting your hands a little dirty. So, does Beyonce have similar skeletons in her closet? Well, these days, people are beginning to think so. Recently, the video of Kanye's VMA escapade with Taylor Swift has been doing the rounds again on social media. But instead of the usual narratives about him stealing a young girl's thunder, people are now suggesting that he actively saved Taylor. Because the theory goes that if she hadn't given Beyonce any credit, it could have gone south for her. Check this out.
Beyonce, whoo!
She's all.
You changed my life. You sang that gospel medley, and the way you made me feel, I was like, I want to make people feel this way with my music. So thank you so much. You clearly are the artist of our lives.
Hey, artist of my life is Beyonce in this album for me. Appreciate that. And all us artists here, we fucking adore you. You are our light.
We fucking adore you. It's just a fucking clock. It's just a fucking clock. Sorry, that TikTok's been in my head rent-free. It's just a fucking clock.
And I love you. I always have, and I always will.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
For Ye fans, this whole scenario has been a real layup, as it means that people are posting positive comments about him for a change. But even if there's nothing to really substantiate that theory, it doesn't change the fact that she has lost 4 million followers since March 2024. If you're keeping tabs, that's around the same time that things started to get wild with Diddy's case. And just as Jaguar White has been—
4 million, huh? 4 million. Beyonce, huh? That's crazy. So she's lost about 4 million followers since then. Damn. Hold on. Yo, the gram is genuinely wildin'. The gram is genuinely wildin'. My For You page is genuinely wildin'. Beyonce. Okay. So she lost 4 million followers. How much did he say? I'm sorry.
4 million followers since—
4 million followers. And has 313 million followers left. Her last post was December 25th. Y'all still support this woman, so another concert, Satanist. A lot of people are turning up in her comments. I'm surprised they're not limited like champagne peepees. And that nigga died today, didn't he? That, I don't know what his name is. Anyways, see how easy it is to get lost in the gram?
It's March 2024. If you're keeping tabs, that's around the same time that things started to get wild with Diddy's case. And just as Jaguar White has been going at Hove, there are people inside Beyonce's inner circle who have suggested that there's darkness underneath the surface there as well. Identifying himself as her former bodyguard, a TikToker who goes by the name of Uncle Ron has started sharing some wild stories about Beyonce and Hove, only for those TikToks to also be taken down. For one thing, he said that she had a pretty severe addiction, and this was for Hove's benefit.
See, hardly nobody knows, but I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way. Y'all wish it what you wish it to stay on top. But there's one thing about me, bro. I can't be bought.
In a separate video, he threatened to expose them, claiming that they might take drastic action to silence him with the kind of dirt he had on them, including but not limited to them ending other R&B singers' careers and even their relationship being a sham.
Yo, I haven't seen a one Jay-Z music video in I don't know how long. I don't think I've seen one Jay-Z music video since 444 with the one that was, OJ Story. And that was like when it first came out. That was a long time ago. And I didn't even watch the whole thing because it was boring. I haven't seen a Beyonce music video in like probably over 10 years. I don't watch their videos, bro.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. Okay, I get the threats, but you have to remember one thing. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are. How you step on anybody to stay on the top. So remember, your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there.
From there, Uncle Ron continued, claiming that he would drop evidence if they ever challenged him.
Remember, all the receipts, all the proof, the old school footage, I still have it.
Now, it's hard to validate if a lot of what he's saying is fact, but there are comments from Carrie Hilson from years ago where she tries to explain why she disappeared from the music industry for 7 years after shading Beyonce on the track Turn It On. Although she didn't go too much into detail, it's clear that there were repercussions for that.
It's the price you pay, when you're early in your career, you feel that you have to listen. And when you buck, they buck harder and they make threats, and those threats are huge ones. And you know what I mean? You don't feel like you have a choice. I really didn't feel like I had a choice. It was do this or this will happen. And I'm young, I'm early 20s, and I'm like, they're like, sing this song. You don't have it, you're here for a couple hours, I flew in town. It's the whole, if you don't, then blank. So you learn though, you learn to fight harder. I didn't have enough fight in me I was maybe 20, 21, and I have enough fight in me.
But the whole thing gets even crazier because unfortunately, just months after unveiling his TikTok,
just months after unveiling his TikTok, he died, right? I'm gonna guess heart attack. And a nigga died. So this nigga, I think Diddy felt like the karma was coming. That he could not give up on, bro. He gotta oil some ass.
talks about Jay and Beyonce, Uncle Ron's family would take to his TikTok to announce that he had passed away. Let's make this clear. No one is saying that Hov and Beyonce did anything. After all, he could have died of natural causes. But when you consider everything that's emerged as of late, you can bet that this sure isn't going to stop the conspiracy theories from coming. And who knows? If any of this is true, they might end up in a cell right alongside Diddy. If you didn't know by now, hip-hop is
what did he die of?
Full of wild conspiracy theories. And if you want to get more acquainted with more of them, just check out some of the videos on the screen. As always, I want to thank y'all for watching today's video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for your boy, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
This is a crazy thumbnail. This is a crazy thumbnail. Luesta, you did it again, Brody. Man, the rabbit hole just goes deep, bro. Let's check out the comments. Piers Morgan apologizing is wild. That man apologizes. That man apologizes for nothing. It's so scary. At this point, the only thing Diddy didn't do is to live for a day as a decent human. Okay. Bro just got on Beyonce's hit list. At no point in time was Jay-Z the best rapper of any year, but somehow the most successful of them all. I don't know about that. He climbed on people's backs and cut the ropes and watched them fall. Okay. Okay, poet. You need to start investigating Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yep. I'm tired of celebrities thinking it's okay to commit the most heinous crimes. Yeah, Combs being called a diddler like a Batman villain openly has me leaning. Yeah. Justice for Aaliyah. Here before Big Lip Jay-Z takes this video. Alright, I think that's enough. Alright, y'all. Listen, if you thought this was just as weird as I did, leave a comment down below. I definitely want to keep watching videos like this and exposing more creators that I watch on my downtime to you guys who are kind of watching these videos and visiting the channel. So by all means, man, stand by, stick by, hit the subscribe button, give it a like, thumbs up if you liked the video. And you did, bro, don't lie, come on. Leave a comment, let's talk about this. This is freaking insane, dude. Beyonce, I just want to thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. I wouldn't have been able to do this video without Beyonce. And once again, I just want to thank Beyonce. And there goes my girlfriend crawling on the floor. She would like to thank Beyonce as well. Baby, do you want to thank Beyonce really quick?
Thank you, Beyonce.
Closer, so she can hear you.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you, Beyonce. Please don't kill me. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Check out the gaming videos. Some stuff should be popping up. Boom or boom right here or right here. Watch those videos or watch that playlist or hit the sub. I love you. Thanks for watching. Peace out.